This is Dr. David Shine, and welcome to Business Law 101.
Recently, President Biden decided on his own to forgive $10,000 to $20,000 of student debt under certain circumstances or certain income limits. Now, this was a completely unconstitutional act. As I predicted at the time, the courts have acted and have found indeed that he did not have the legal authority to do what he did. I understand that they're still out there, he and his buddies, trying to make a determination as to how they can do this without running afoul of the courts and the Constitution. So we'll see how that turns out. In any event, unconstitutional acts don't seem to be a problem over at the federal government. The Biden administration's Federal Trade Commission has announced its plan to ban non-compete agreements nationwide, except in the situation where it's the sale of a business. Legal scholar Eugene Scalia estimates that the FTC's breathtaking power grab, as he calls it, would quash 47 state laws and 30 million contracts. This is an extreme invasion of states' rights, which is nothing new, as the federal government has done this under both political parties since the 1930s. I do want to add that as an attorney who works with employers, I'm not a fan of unlimited non-compete agreements. I do feel that they're used too often and at too low in the totem pole, if you will. They do have an application, however, for highly compensated, for outside marketing pros, and for people who are inventing things while they're on the company dime. So I do think they have a specific application, of course, in addition to a situation when a business is being sold to keep the proprietor from going back into business and competing with the business that he or she sold. I predict, however, that this current unauthorized action by the Federal Trade Commission will end with the same fate as the Biden administration's attempt to forgive a bunch of student loan debt. Now, maybe the FTC could focus on actually helping Americans by doing what it's supposed to do on a day-to-day basis. That doesn't seem to be happening very often over at the Federal Trade Commission. This is Dr. David D. Shine for Business Law 101. If you've enjoyed this episode, please subscribe on your favorite platform.